Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Crosskeys tournament match. Same matchup we had last night. We have Pikapals versus tstew14. I'm going to hand off to my comms here, Cyber Chow and Tyler W.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. All right, round number 3.
Yeah, this best of 3. Yeah, we've. I know some people like to look at the hash and make predictions for what it means for the seed. According to this hash, we're probably going to get the flute in Link's house.
Or the flute's going to be in some random location that we need to, and just going to be locked behind this, locked behind that, until finally it breaks it open.
Yeah, well, I mean, flute can frequently not be required in cross keys, either if there's nothing in the Mire area or if there's a connector leading in there. But we get the split up. One runner starting in Sank, one in Link's house. I kind of like what was in Link's house better. It's a... Oh, and starting at Sank puts you right into the Dark World. That is what's locked behind Aga 2. So we're not going to need to do Aga 2 today because we can only... unless we can't find that sewers key. And
Right, but
then they might just steal the key and forsake Zelda's cell instead. But yeah, we've got the instant Thieves Town big key. We found Ganon Tower. Yep, that'll be 2 checks right away, plus a look at something on the torch. Oh.
Bombs are nice.
Bombs are nice. Yeah, earlier, usually you think of bombs and chests being junk, but this early in the seed, it isn't necessarily a bad thing to find. We see the front entrance of Turtle Rock. Can't do anything with that until you get that red cane. But tstew is using that to farm bombs. It's a nice little heads-up play there.
Yeah, free up that money to use other ways, especially if you're going to do the Houlihan strats.
They do not start with flippers, but there is a nice little glitch in the Japanese 1.0 version, which is what the randomizer is based on, that allows you to pretend you have flippers if you go through a screen transition. And we see a lumberjack ledge there. It looked like just a, I'm going to say a red rupee, or maybe a piece of heart. I couldn't quite tell. Either way.
I couldn't tell either way, either myself.
Well, oh no, yeah, this is the Houlihan play. Yeah, fake flippers is one of the easiest glitches to learn. There are some more complicated setups for setting it up in a place where there isn't a convenient screen transition. We see Thieves Town, and with that instant big key, that's 5 checks in logic and 1 more out of logic, because we can't really kill blind yet.
Yeah, no weapon other than bombs, and I don't think anybody wants to do a bomb strat at blind.
I don't think bombs work on blind, actually, which is weird because almost everything else does. But yeah,
I think you're right.
I asked someone.
Nice tree pull though, 20 rubies.
Yeah, very nice. And 100 rupees in this chest in Thieves Town. nice picking up money. We get a small key to Turtle Rock.
Not much.
Yeah, and Pikapals is just going to Death Warp rather than going on the long trek just to get a single chest from the attic. Oh, and the one from the Maiden Cell. But yeah, it's still not really worth it with this amount. We find Hyrule Castle. That is a good early find because it's pretty easy to get the items out of it, and it's also connector. And we see the back of Desert. There's another nice thing, and we already have that map, but we wouldn't be able to get to Landmo yet anyway. Need the big key and a fire source.
But still nice to know where it's at, especially with it being in Kakariko.
Yeah. And we're gonna see which drop down is at. Oh, that is the well. So they're going to need a hammer or mitts and some way of getting to Village of Outcasts, or plus a mirror, or just a connector that leads you out of hammer pegs and a mirror. And Pikapals is going to check out where this connector leads. It leads him to, nice, the east side Death Mountains. So, and we see the shovel on Floating Island.
I like a fetch quest.
Yeah, and he's gonna jump down here. And yeah, it looks like, did we actually see 2 of the 3 entrances to Hyrule Castle in Kakariko there? That's
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so that's not really much good as a connector, but you could always need to use that third exit. Earlier today I commented a bear of a seed that both runners ended up going out of logic to get their first sword because neither of them bothered to check the third exit of Hyrule Castle, and it led them out of the cracked wall in the pyramid, and that was their only logical way into the pod area. Yeah, it was weird. And Gina just has the red rupee, and yep, tstew is also going to make the death warp. Definitely the better call. I mean, it would be very rude if this seed actually wanted you to take advantage of that early big key to go to the Maiden's Chest. And there's so much more available that, yeah. And yes, tstew now seeing that 2 out of 3 exits to Hyrule Castle are right there. And Pikapals is about to find out that Sanctuary is in the Dark World, so they're probably going to want... the Maiden's Chest does not require the small key, because you can get to that without going through any key doors other than that first one. Upstairs chest in the bomb floor room, it does require the small key, as does Blind himself.
So tstew's actually checking the map for Desert Palace, and it is a crystal.
Yeah, and Pikapals is taking this Dark World check a little farther. He's going to see what we have over here. It's a bomb shop. And probably going to head over to... that bunny sprite is Bidoof.
I haven't stayed up on my Pokemon things.
And tstew has found Mimic Cave. Where is Pikapals headed? Oh yes, there is one more entrance right over near where you'd come out of the portal. And got some good jukes there, gets in, finds another shop. And we found Uncle over at the well.
Ooh!
Yeah, that is a very nice item to find when we already have some connectors leading into the Dark World. And Useless Fairy is over at Uncle.
tstew opening up that connector, but not following it. Still lots more to check.
Yeah. Pikapals is going to check out South Shore, finds the bomb refill hut. And we get another fake flipper. This one leads over to the mushroom area. Pika ended up going through a connector that led him up to Death Mountain. And we found Ganon over at the Thieves' hideout in the forest, which I believe means that the Thieves' hideout is the one in Lumberjack. I think that's the one we haven't seen yet.
We haven't seen Magic Bat either.
Magic Bat either, so there must be a couple of things couple of drop downs that we haven't checked. And we get a big key to Pod.
That's a nice big key to find.
Oh, yes, neither of them have checked what Sank drop down is.
Oh, it's a shield in the Lumberjack Cave.
Oh, shield in Lumberjack Cave. Okay, so they're not really going to go for that. And we may be getting our answer, because it looks like Pikapals is headed over towards Sanctuary. Oh, but tstew has found that there is a small key on...
That's an interesting thing.
On the Thieves drop down, which is at Lumberjack. So
now if that key is like Swamp Palace or the Desert Palace big key, or the Desert Palace small key, it could be required. Agawam may be needed.
Yeah, it is a possibility. And tstew is going to mirror to check the top of Hyrule Castle. On the left, we have C-shaped house with just 10 arrows.
And on the right side, we've got a front entrance to desert.
Front entrance to desert. So this could be big if this was the only entrance that we can get to, and if these connectors lead to something weird. And Pikapal's now picking up his pod big. And what's on the torch? It's a small key to something other than desert, because there is a slight color difference in between a key in its vanilla dungeon and a key to another dungeon.
Huh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh, and that exit to desert is one that you can't get to any other way, although it you can just get there in the light world. And he is just going to check more of Death Mountain. Oh well, yeah, he hasn't been up to Death Mountain yet. That was Pikapals who took a connector up to the top of East Death Mountain.
Yeah, so basically the runners have just swapped spots.
Yep, and Pikapal's also not immediately going to explore that connector. And Pikapal's now heading for his uncle. No, Aga 2 is completely not required unless we get locked out of the sewer key, because it sank. So you can just get those items by going through the back. It's only locked by the sewer key, and frankly, I suspect really that means that Zelda's cell will be locked by the sewer key, because I'd assume that if they want to dig that, they'd steal the second key from the boomerang room and take that back so that they only orphan the one chest. And now we're going to see where this connector leads. And we also see Big Bomb Shop, Mire, and Swamp. So Swamp is a crystal, if that's that Swamp key.
Ooh, the dam is up on the... oh, good heavens. I cannot say it.
What?
Mimic Cave connectors.
Yeah?
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Yep, and we see it looks like is that the exit of Spectacle Rock Cave? Or, no,
I think
that's
so.
the other side there. Oh, and we've got a Pikapals map and a hammer.
Nice.
And actually, that's the good entrance to Spec Rock Cave. That's the one that'll allow him to get the item. It is just a piece of heart, but that is still good to find. And we've got a not really high five. Well, it could have been a high five if he had followed it down, but tstew finding the wrong entrance to Spec Rock. Oh, and it leads out onto the graveyard ledge, so you don't have to worry too much about finding a way to there, although they have the mirror, so if they have a connector into Village of Outcasts.
Got a good spot. But hey, Paradox Cave!
Yeah, that is probably the densest item location in the game, except for Ganon's Tower. first
Okay, Burna.
big prize is Burna. Doesn't really provide that much progression. Oh, and Pikapals is going to finish out Mimic Cave.
Yeah, you find that hammer.
Yep. It has the Ether Medallion. tstew immediately putting that Cane of Burna to use and gets just the powder and a Skullwood Small. Well, we did we? Yeah,
We
we
know what magic
found
that is.
that. Yeah, and it's not really blocked by anything, or was it? I don't remember which one it was.
I think it was the sanctuary drop.
Sanctuary, so they still need a glove to get that.
Okay, well, so far not going anything good.
Yep, and we've got the.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, well, oh, flippers. Okay, yeah, I'd been looking over at tstews, but yeah, well, with the flippers, that opens up some more checks here in the light world. Still don't have our moon pearl, but there is plenty of places to go. tstew sees a Super Bunny Cave, I believe. Doesn't want to check that just yet. Yeah, this connector that Pikapals just exited was the one that tstew took, or no, that was the Pikapals was the one that left. So this was a connector he already knew about. He's checking West Death Mountain, and we find Mini Moldorm Cave over on tstew's side.
That's a nice find to have. Another one of those 5 drops.
Red rupee, blue rupee. Compass to Thieves Town. Another red rupee. And a map of Ganon's Tower. That was not useful at all.
Wah, wah, wah. Odd!
Yeah.
And Hype Cave!
Yeah, will Hype Cave be more hype than Light World hype?
Oh yes!
Oh yeah. That is TR.
TR Big Key and the hook shot.
Okay, so my stream just refreshed on me, so I missed the last couple. But oh, and Pikapals is there as well, getting his hook shot and TR Big.
Now, if you were refreshing,
that tstew should be getting his Desert Big out of here before long. Yeah.
Well, Death Mountain has always is pretty good, and it doesn't disappoint this time.
Yeah.
Yes, Hype Cave is hype for once.
Yeah. Hype Cave had the hype. And still can't really climb GT without that big key. But the hookshot would let them onto the left side. Well, we'll let Pika onto the left side. tstew does not have his hammer yet. Well, I don't even want to speculate about Moon Pearl yet. There's so many
Let's not do that yet.
Still.
I have a hunch, but I'm not going to say it just yet.
Oh yeah, that would be the fun option. If it was in the Maiden's Chest. Tstew taking a death wasn't really what he wanted to do, but hopefully he'll get some information out of it. Yeah, he is, as I expected, going to Mountain Cave. Where will this leave him? That brings him into the Dark World.
Not bad.
Yeah. And he is going to mirror here to see what's in this exit. It was nothing. Correctly remembers that you can't do digging game as a bunny. And we'll probably be mirroring to Cave 45 now.
And more fairies.
Yeah, race game was just a piece of heart, I think.
Yeah, that's what I've got. All right, well, there was Spiral Cave.
And Pikapals is going to finally show us what's in Super Bunny. Piece of heart and 10 arrows.
Boo!
Pikapals getting that shovel. And then it's going to head over and check out some of these locations. Finds Eastern Palace. Without a, yeah, not going to do the bunny revival. And looks like, was that Bombos? No, our tracker said that was Ether. So that is the medallion they have. Just need some mitts. And it looks like Pikapals is going to do the death glitch to start exploring Eastern Palace. So everything that he finds in here is out of logic, locked behind the Moon Pearl.
Still, I don't disapprove of this play.
Yeah. We find another Turtle Rock entrance.
Oh, I forgot. Pikapals didn't check this spot when they went over here in the Dark World shenanigans.
Well, that's because this is in the light world, and it didn't have his mirror yet at that time. But, looks like tstew has forgotten that he already has the big key, completely skipped over that big chest and the ensuing dip to Crystal Roller room. Or maybe he's going to do that later. And oh, we're seeing a glove came out of
Ooh!
Eastern Palace. So that is out of logic at the moment. So good sequence break. And
Ooh, nice!
there's the GT big key. And now tstew is going to head to Crystal Roll Room. The big chest was just 20 rupees. And another big key, Tower of Hera.
I like that big key.
Yeah. That's more that's in logic. And tstew going to refuel on bombs. Probably going to wrap up his Dark World exploration here and explore the Eastern Palace area. Meanwhile, Pikapals is going to show us what that shovel is hiding. Small key 2, Ice Palace.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's
Personally, I would have rather seen a pod small key, but I'll take ice.
yeah, and Sahasra's hut has just the money farm. And now we're going to see what's in Eastern proper. Nothing.
Oh. He's gonna go check back over here. Oh wait, they don't have the hammer yet. My bad. Never mind.
Yep. Yeah, Pikapals does seem to have a little bit of an early advantage with the flippers and the hammer and that out of logic glove. But it's still way too early to call this race. And yeah, this is, this would be, yep, their hammer. That is big.
Key to that.
And with the hook shot, can get back over to the West Death Mountain, and with the mirror can get back up to the top if there are other drop downs he still needs to do. And Death Mountain can be very frustrating in entrance rando because you have to make a bunch of circles around at best to get to all of those drop downs.
Oh, Pikapal's finding another entrance to Paradox Cave.
Yeah. So he will get his blue cane, and I think there was some sort of key that was useful. And we see a map check. It says that Eastern Palace is a crystal. Oh no, it wasn't a useful
Not a useful one, but there is powder.
Okay, there is powder, and with the hammer, these runners can check what or no, hammer isn't. It's at Sank, so Pikapals with the glove can check what Magic Bat has to offer. And comes out of a connector and right out of the statue in the Thieves Town entrance.
I'm liking these connectors so far.
Yeah, there've been some pretty good connectors, but still no connector to the Mire area, so that flute from the hash could be looming still.
Oh, I thought Pikapal's got it.
Yes, there's a very interesting super bunny to be done here, and it was just for the Swampus.
Swampus. I'm going to use that from now on.
And now tstew. Finding Eastern, also going to make the dip out of logic, will get a glove as a result. Pikapals is going to take a look. Yeah, that's the thing about it, about that one, Velody. It sounds great, but it doesn't look so good when it's written down.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, Pikapals did another bunny revival. Gets a small key to Turtle Rock here in Skull Woods. Yeah.
Ooh!
Oh. Yeah. Just a little bit too, couldn't quite get to that chest. And is going to take a look at the back half. Probably going to Bunny Revival again.
Yup. Follow that logic in chat. Yes, they are allowed to pull out a bunny mode in certain locations, doing certain ways.
Yeah, the logic will never require you to do any glitches. Yeah, unless it's a tourney about requiring glitches, but and Pikapals going to use that blue cane, and I guess blue cane doesn't stop the yeah, well, I guess right after a transition you're still vulnerable.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, upgrade! Great.
Is that so? Silverless Ganon can actually be required in beatable only? Oh, remind me to never play beatable only.
Me too.
I mean, I've seen it. It doesn't seem like it would be that hard to learn how to do Silverless Ganon, but I'm still new to actually playing this game. And we are going to see that Ganon's Tower left side dive. These 4 chests will be in logic. The rest of the left side will not be, but for most of the time, you don't really care about GT key logic.
Hey, half magic!
Half magic, yeah. Very nice convenience item. I'm sorry, I'm not up on my Ocarina of Time rando. What are they talking about with Ferrore's wind in logic?
Kind of the same thing that we've been talking about in chat with the silverless torch glitch. Kind of comparing the two.
I'm trying to think about what I remember from OOT. Can't even... Oh, really? Okay, there's a single Skulltula that can be... Okay, yeah, that definitely sounds very...
Yeah, it sounds not happy as well. So I missed what was on Bumper Ledge.
So that would really probably mostly only come into play in skull sanity, they call it.
Yeah. Well, Pikapals found a laser bridge.
Yeah. And where was that? Is that
Somewhere over here in Dark World. I can't remember where.
Okay,
we'll
so
find out
it's
here in a second.
World. We get a pod small out of the big chest.
Oh, the recoil.
Yeah.
Oh, the fence shop. Okay. Thanks, Velvety.
And with that lamp, so that is Laser Bridge. I mean, with the Cane of Samaria, it would be in logic if not for the fact that it's in the Dark World. So anything that's lamp locked is logically locked by the Moon Pearl. I think. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's gotta be. What? Oh, whoa!
Speaking of Moon Pearl!
Oh. So that, Yeah, so that means that there are 2 more GT Smalls that are logically in front of that pearl. So we're probably going to be seeing some GT Smalls pretty soon.
Yeah, you gotta think.
We're going to get to see a little bit more of Desert Palace, or maybe we're just going to see a connector taken. Nope.
Yep, don't have the small key yet.
Just the big key. Oh, and there's our connector into the Mire area.
I accept.
Oh, GT Big Key was. Wait, where was GT Big Key? Oh, and we found where our.
Yes, GT Big Key was in Turtle Rock, if I remember correctly. I didn't write it down, unfortunately.
Yeah. So that was that was the one in Chain Chomp's chest. That is definitely in logic. Actually, with just the big key and that entrance, Crystal Room is. No, the fire source is never needed for the invisible path room.
Okay, I'm interested to see what's here in Escape.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a big key. Nope, just Skullwoods.
Ah. Oh, there's one of those GTs.
There's one of those GT Smalls. Bombos medallion is our requirement for the Mire entrance. We get another connector.
Hookshot Cave.
That's also 4 more items. This could be our 3rd GT Small in here. Now, this chest that tstew just picked up is not in logic, and he is going to spend that key there. Oh, yeah, there's our 3rd GT Small. And there's
a small
small that Desert is completable now. Yeah, Desert is completely completable for Pikapals. We've found the back and the front. Still don't have the boots to get the item off the torch, but I'm pretty sure that was either nothing or maybe we haven't even seen what it was yet.
It was a small key.
Yeah, oh, okay, so that is something worthwhile.
Could be something.
Could be, yeah. And Pikapal's just going to revive in here. Didn't really have to do that, because I'm pretty sure one of those entrances was in the light world, but oh well, no, actually to get out of there, might need to.
Well, nothing behind the small key. Oh, there was Bumper Cave Ledge. Okay.
Yeah. And what do we have in the light world location? Sick Kid.
Ooh,
No
that's a
bottles
spicy
yet,
location.
but, yeah. Pikapals comes out. Ah, yes, that side is the in the Dark World as well, so yeah, he did have to bunny revive because the only entrance in the Light World is in the center, and you can't actually get to that as a bunny from the side entrances. And seeing a full heart and checkerboard cave, tstew starts to leave and then decides he will pick that up. And Pikapals is making that GT play. Doesn't have the key yet, but that's not going to be required for the yeah, I'm pretty sure the big chest was like just a big 20 or something stupid.
Yeah, if I remember right, it was a 20. Ooh, magic bat time.
Yeah. Finally going to see what magic bat has. A compass.
Hooray!
Very good question. We are 52 minutes into this seed. Have a hammer, have a glove that is...
It's no longer out of logic.
No longer out of logic, yeah. And can even complete a dungeon entirely in logic. With the desert palace there. But we're completely devoid of swords.
Oh, we're still less than an hour away.
Oh, you're absolutely right. First sword really doesn't lock very much at all.
It's just a nice convenience to have a sword.
With the hammer, I think the only real things that first sword locks is Aga 1 and the Mothula and the 2 medallion entrances. Yeah, I guess you do need a this. Oh yeah, and well, the tablets are actually unlocked by the second sword, and yeah, that's right. Aga 2 is locked by either the first sword or the bug net. Oh, and we're getting a Burna kill on Armos. That's fun.
Yeah. Tisu had to do the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, and yes, that was also a male upgrade. I didn't even notice that. Second to Boomerang Armos.
Map check.
I saw.
Swamp is the green pendant. Not Swampus, excuse me, Skullwoods.
Skullwoods, yeah, we already knew that on Pikapals side, and it looked like, was that a crystal at T-Rock?
Oh, I didn't even catch what was up there.
Or was... I didn't see if that was... I saw it somewhere over on the right side, and not ice. I didn't quite see if that was T-Rock or if that was just Pod, which is already marked as being a crystal. It might have just been... Yeah, it was... It must have just been the Pod one.
Probably.
And we are going to see our first dungeon clear. I was about to say first boss kill, but they've both killed Ice Armos. And getting another TR small.
Alright, Hammer and Land Molus.
Yeah, it's pretty much their only option here. I mean, you could
hold on.
Bomblin Molus, but that's...
A bow and the big key of swamp. Sorry, Skullwoods.
Skull, yeah.
So the big key actually coming into play.
Yeah, that is big. That is the bow. And Moldorm 2 is not in logic until we get that last GT small. But the other 3 chests at the top of the tower are in logic.
Yeah. Hey, let's go digging!
Yeah, we can do that now that we have a Moon Pearl. And not even picking up that compass.
Well, at least you found it early.
Pikapals also forgetting that he doesn't have a bottle yet. And what will Stumpy have? Bombs. Tstew had not seen the dig spot there. It is the small key to ice.
Happy 1 hour mark.
Yeah. And this has been a good race so far. I mean, you can never really call a lead until someone's in go mode or at least close to it. But over the course of this seed, I've gone back and forth as to which one has the advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pikapals got that earlier hammer and glove, but then tstew had the moon pearl first. But now they're pretty much even on things, except Pika has a dungeon cleared, and I think there's something else no, I'm looking across their screens. It looks like other than having actually cleared desert, it's
Yeah, tstew has the
tstew
bow.
has the bow, so that's kind of tstew.
That's really the only advantage right now.
Advantage. But it really just comes down to who checks where. Yeah, and Pikapals hasn't even found that Skullwood's big. Hasn't found a few of the big keys that or no, actually it looks like, yeah, no, he hasn't gotten the GT big or Hera big out of T-Rock either. No, Skullwoods wasn't. The two that were in T-Rock were Tower of Hera and Ganon's Tower. I don't remember where Skullwood's big was. It was like somewhere.
I can't remember. Okay, both runners making, I think, good place here. tstew heading over to the Dark Shopping Mall area, while Pikapal's going to go check over at Catfish, possibly Zora area as well.
Yeah, and there's that potion shop.
Just need a
just
mushroom.
on the other side of the portal from its usual location.
Hey, blind hut!
Yeah. So that's going to be a nice few items.
And there's a stabby stab.
Small key to Mire. And a map of TR. What does Catfish have? That's a big key. That's a big key. I think
Swamp and
for
Eastern.
the most part, I like
Catfish better.
Better, but mean, the other fetch quest big key in this seed was already found to be required, so we shall see.
Ooh, Mire.
Yeah. And we've got
There's
another
another
big
one.
key over on Zora's Ledge. And tstew finds another Turtle Rock entrance.
Aga Tower.
Tower. Yep. So you will get this one chest here. Does not have the key, and we get it's the big key to Mire.
Hee.
Oh yes, that is a good point. We oh no, the Ice Palace big key hasn't been marked off.
Yeah, that's the only big key we're missing. At least between the two runners.
Yeah, and that's frequently not really required. The logic says it is required if Ice Palace is a crystal, but unless something's in that big chest, it's easy enough to just sequence break around the big key. So tstew is now dipping into Misery Mire. He does not have that big key. Wouldn't be able to complete the dungeon without Cane of Samaria anyway.
Yeah, but you never know what's in these first couple of checks here.
Yeah, I mean, we could see like a lamp-locked fire rod, though you need all three keys.
It wasn't a fire rod, but it's the ice rod!
Wrong rod! But, I mean, that is an even better rod to find because that can be just about anywhere.
Yeah!
But, yeah, that, as I was saying right before we... Oh, wait, there is a fire rod, okay.
Oh, I misread. I thought it was ice rod for sure.
Ice rod, too. So...
But alright! You were speaking about an ice rod being locked behind the lamp!
Yeah, the fire rod. Yeah, we all thought it was ice rod, but no. And as I was saying right before it came to fruition, the fire lock chests in Mire are logically locked behind the full set of keys, which are actually the only things in this dungeon that require any keys at all, because Mire is like very non-linear, and it's like very hard to key lock yourself out of most of Mire. And we get our first Aga Tower key.
And there's Pikapals' first sword.
Yep. Yes. Oh no, that's that was the Swamp Palace big. Where was that Skullwoods big can't remember.
Heavens, I can't either. Wish I wrote it down.
And with that small key, tstew is going to see what the other item in Agate Tower is. It is a TR small.
Okay, okay.
I mean, we're not really going to need that many of the TR smalls. We've already found all of the entrances, and if you have all of the entrances, you really just need the one key to get to Trinex.
Yeah, because Turtle Rock key logic is just insane.
Yeah, and Pikapals is finally making his play into Turtle Rock, going to pick up the big keys to Ganon's Tower and Tower of Hera. But sadly did not do the Mire dip first, so is going to have to use the hammer on that Hokuboku. Yeah, that's true. With a sword, could have just used a medallion on it.
Fat chain chop.
tstew going to find his Mire big key, going to be a little disappointed that he didn't have that already, but again, it's only one check going back in there, so he's probably not going to head back there until he gets Cane of Samaria, and really just has to hope that Cane of Samaria is not vanilla, in which case he almost definitely last locations that.
Yeah, I would laugh if that was there.
So now Pikapals heading to Crystal Room, going to pick up his Herabig key. And tstew is in the Dark World.
Oh, hey, we haven't checked Hobo yet.
No, I do not believe we have. Yeah, and what does the hobo under the bridge have for us? And
Oh, wow.
last big key, Ice Palace. You know, that bottle is part of his animation because he has a bottle in vanilla, and the animation right before you hold up the item shows him holding up the bottle. And we're going to get our Kiki the Monkey check. What are we paying to get into today?
Be something nice.
Nope. A fortune tower. Yeah, no flute yet, and I don't think tstew has found that connector over to the Mire area.
No, I don't think so.
tstew checking Spiral Cave. This might have actually been that connector. I don't remember which connector it was that took Pikapals over to the Mire area.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Small key to plunge. Oh, and Bombos was in that big chest, so not directly Cane of Samaria, but Bombos does open up a single location.
Yup. Oh, Incoherent saying that the desert ride was the one that gets you into Mire. I think I have to agree with that one if I remember right.
Yes, that's correct. It was going through Desert Palace. And Pikapals is going to do his 2 chests in Aga Tower. And tstew doing another map check. We see a pendant at Tower of Hera. So it's down to Thieves Town and Ice Palace are 2 unknowns. Oh wait, no. Oh, Turtle
We don't know
Rock
Turtle Rock yet.
Unknown. Someone did pick up that map, but we haven't seen a map check. We find a cape in Pod that would open up a new connector, a bumper cave. And tstew went in here with 3 small keys. Did open the first door, which it is definitely a lot more efficient. But I mean, in Key Sandy, sometimes.
Hey, a bottle!
Yeah, first bottle of the seed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your thought.
No, yeah, I would have interrupted my thought as well. But yeah, we in Key Sanity, you sometimes see runners skip the first door so that they can save a key, but I suspect tstew's probably just going to do the bomb jump, leave both the harmless hallway and the vanilla big key chest and save a actually he wouldn't even have to save. He can go to Helmasaur King if he wants to, and at Master Sword will make it a little easier to beat him. Though for the most part you just use hammer on him anyway. And he is doing the bomb jump. I think he's probably going to use his final small key to get to Helmasaur.
Probably.
Picks up a GT compass. In the dark maze, we have a second bottle. Yeah. There's the sewer. And he is heading back in. He's probably going to head to Helmasaur. That sewer key is a very nice thing to find because it means that they are definitely not going to need to do AGA 2. Yeah, that's right. I think we are still missing some entrances. Let's see, yes, we still need an ice rod, and...
Well, not necessarily an ice rod to try and access the other pendant.
Oh yes, that's true. Okay, so what we definitely need is the Cane of Samaria, the small key to Swamp Palace, and yes, possibly an ice rod.
Yeah, until we find out what that other crystal is, those are the two for sure. Oh yes, the Swamp Palace entrance door. Feels weird after all that transpired. We're now talking go mode here, 100 with an hour 20 minutes in.
Yeah. Yes. We're talking go mode as tstew is about to pick up his very first dungeon clear of the seed. Pretty sure they both found the dam. I think I'd seen them both picking up the drained item. Gets the red mail off of Helmasaur.
Yeah.
But yes, and we said that that's between our two runners. Of course, Pikapals still needs the bow, and tstew still needs to find that entrance to... well, no, actually, was there anything... I'm pretty sure there was something interesting behind the Mire area. Can't remember what, though. Well, there's a Sahasrala's hut in the Mire area.
Quake in the back.
Quake, and we found that swamp small. It was in the chest game under the entrance to Hookshot Cave.
Ah, I missed that.
Yeah. So now tstew is going to head in, finish up Eastern Palace.
And we'll see what's on the front entrance here to Mire.
Nothing.
Ah. I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping for Tower of Hera there.
Yeah, that's right. We have not seen Tower of Hera yet, but we know that that is a pendant, so that's not necessarily required. Yeah, that is good for tstew. The bombos that he left behind in Mire Big Chest is not required for anything.
Okay, I like this play from Pikapals. Let's go finish
Yeah. Let's go finish up Thieves Town. I was going to say we've been able to do this from very early in the seed, but we actually still needed a weapon earlier, and logically we still can't do it because we don't have that small key. But yeah, I feel like this is a fine play. tstew battling the Armos Knights. This is going to be a bit easier than their last Armos fight. Getting another pod small.
another pod small key.
And, ooh, tstew is going to turn in that extra pod small right away.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, it might be nice to actually, like, save scum that, but, with red mail and that much health, it can be a little tough.
Okay, Turtle Rock is a crystal.
Yeah, that's what I thought that map said, but yeah. So TR is indeed a crystal.
And we're about to find out from Pikapals if Thieves Town is a crystal or not.
Yeah, so in a moment we will know exactly which if we need that Ice Palace stuff.
And we do!
Pendant. So Ice Palace, which is still unlocated, is required.
Ooh, nice job, Lamulus.
there's a TR small. That's all 4 of them. Who really cares? This is entrance rando. Yeah, that is true. We have not seen back of Skull Woods or the Tower of Hera, so we're missing the entrances to both of the pendant dungeons that Pikapals hasn't already cleared, and tstew getting his TR small.
I was about to say, you had the cannon burner, use it.
Yeah, I could have sworn there was something in the Mire/desert area that was important, but I'm looking at Pikapal's tracker and I don't see anything that he has that tstew is missing. Oh, and tstew is just now finding the dam, so I was wrong about that.
Yeah, I thought Pikapals found it pretty early.
And Pikapal's also diving into pod with only 3 smalls, but he is making the play right to that big key chest, so he is not going to have a key to get to Helmasaur until he goes and finishes off Eastern Palace, which he can't do, and yeah, I'm just now remembering that he doesn't have the bow.
Yeah.
So he's not really thinking about Helmasaur anyway.
Oh, there's the bag of Skull Woods. It's Bumper Cave.
Yeah. Okay. So Pikapal's getting his Master Sword. And oh yes, with the Master Sword and the Cape both being very recent pickups, it's time to check that entrance, and looks like not really something he wants to see. But he is making the play into the front of desert. And with that, tstew has found his way into the Mire area. Getting the not required Quake medallion.
Ooh, I don't think we've seen this entrance yet over here on tstew's side.
No, we probably have, because I know Pikapals had the mirror when he first came over to Mire area.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, well, being a regular shop, you're probably not going to keep that in memory. Nope, there's another connector that would theoretically have led in here. It's Hookshot Cave. I think we already saw this on Pikapal's side.
We did.
Yeah, that's the Desert Small. And he's not, or maybe he's already seen the other side of it, I don't know, but he's not going to take the chance that it dumps him somewhere he can't get back through. And yes, that's right, the back-to-back GT Smalls.
Oh, there's the Skullwoods, Big Key. It's in the escape.
Oh, and the first chest of escape, no less. So one that
Swamp Palace, though.
Yeah, that is Swamp Palace. I thought we had seen something important on this part of desert.
And there's the cane!
It's right there. So now we're just locating Ice Palace and the Ice Rod from Go Mode.
Ooh, Pikapals is heading for the sewers.
Yeah, well, got that sewers key. Yeah, who knows? Could be mitts, could be boots.
Could be both, who knows?
And Swamp Big Key not being nearly as helpful as its Skullwoods counterpart. Bombos was in the big chest of Misery Mire. tstew did not have the big key when he went in there, so so we figured he was definitely going to last location that if it was blocking the cane, but Pikapal has checked the Vanilla Mire entrance and it had absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but speaking of Pikapals, they actually found a small key to Thieves Town.
Okay, that
that puts something in spicy. Potentially.
Yeah. Could be, but probably not going to want to go back to check that.
Yeah, that'll probably be one of your last few checks if you can't find ice rod or something.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, yes, lack of bow is not good, but I suspect, having just picked up that big key to Skull Woods, it looks like he's heading right for it. And and he will be picking up his bow in just a few seconds. He is probably very unhappy with that, and is probably wishing he hadn't spent all of his pod keys, but luckily for him, Eastern is not that far away from pod, and Eastern will give him another pod key when he finishes it.
Oh, and there's the ice rod. Woohoo!
So,
Swamp holding some items.
tstew is in possible item go mode, but with an entrance missing, can't really be considered in go mode just yet.
Nope, because we could need the boots, we could need the mitts, or it could just be out there in the open that we haven't checked yet.
Yeah, can't think of that many locations that they haven't checked yet that don't require either mitts or boots, though. We're getting the TR entrance does require the mitts. But we have not been spit out of the TR entrance yet. Finally get the sick kid turn in, or no wait, that's the TR compass. I think tstew did already have that, maybe?
No, I don't think they went back and checked.
Okay. Yeah, Hammer Pigs is a mitts locked location. And tstew does the map check, sees that Thieves Town is a pendant, and has knowledge that he is still looking for Ice Palace. tstew checking those chests in desert. We already saw them on Pikapals side. They're nothing. You're both half right. It was chess game under Hookshot Cave entrance. I think maybe it wasn't chess game. Chess game had something. I think it might have been chess.
No,
game.
your chess game has the Swamp Palace small.
Yeah. So
And Pikapals is about to show that.
right now, yeah. Let's see if he did notice. Oh, well, we're not going to see if he noticed because he's got more important things to do than to head over to Swamp if he's seen it. Because he can clear out this Eastern Palace.
Yeah, you're right there. Might as well. We know it's a crystal. Pikapals doesn't yet.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't think Pikapals has done a map check at all. tstew heading back into Misery Mire.
Yep, you got the big key now. It's clearable.
Yep. Yeah, just finished off the grab the big chest and then head over to Vitreous. And that it would also open up the big bomb, and for all we know, that could be our missing entrance to Ice Palace.
Ooh, it could.
Yeah, we have seen Back of Escape via the long way. Pikapals taking down the Armos Knights, picks up a pod small key, will probably take that right over to pod to finish off Helmasaur. Yeah, and it looks like that's what he's doing. But tstew into the Vitreous fight using cape spins with the half magic. Should have more than enough magic to yep, gets down all of the small eyes, starts firing arrows at the big one, and gets a vanilla heart container for his trouble.
Yeah, but maybe more importantly, that other 5/6 crystal.
Yeah. And let's see where tstew is headed next. They have found the big bomb shop, yes.
All right, Pikapals taking on Helmasaur.
And tstew
Heading to Trinex.
heading to Trinex. It's not a bad play.
No, you need to do it at some point.
Yeah, and that'll also, when you finish it, you get warped directly to the front entrance, which will allow him to check the other 3 cane-locked chests.
Ooh, yes. Forgot about that.
And get some ice on the floor. He's just spamming Fire Rod at the ice head. Pikapals is...
He's gonna make the climb!
Going to make the climb. This is a spicy play.
If boots or mitts are up here.
Yeah. But yeah, it definitely does.
Never mind! There's the mitts!
Oh, wow. Now you almost have to wonder if tstew will even check those other chests, or if he's just going to be rushing straight to... Yeah, he will go just make those checks while he's there. If they had the flute, I'm sure. I mean, it's right at flute 2, but with no flute, it's probably best to just check that while he's here. Just in case something in one of these chests is what's actually required. It's a heart piece that fills up another heart container. It's possible that he's trying to big brain, but it's also just possible that Pika thought he had checked the that one location, Desert Left, and is basically completely locked behind finding the way into Swamp Palace, because the mitts were locked by that cane, and right now it looks like mitts are probably our answer.
Yup. Alright, we got the... never mind.
Yeah, no, right now tstew is going to be prioritizing entrances, because he's already in go mode unless he needs the boots or something just to get to Ice Palace. So he's going to be prioritizing mitts-locked entrances over the smith chain, which is just items. So from here, probably, where does he go next? I mean, we got Ice Palace entrance. Where are we headed? I'm guessing this was a connector he wants to take. Yeah. And Pikapals at the top of this tower climb. Piece of heart. Red rupee. Another red rupee.
Ooh!
Moldorm 4. And yep, tstew is going to check the Vanilla Turtle Rock entrance.
Oh, Troll Arm 2 Bean, living up to the name.
So, Skullwood's back here to Vanilla Boots on Sahasrara.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, we're still missing the entrances to our other 2 pendant dungeons. I mean, we know... Actually, we don't know that... We haven't found books, so we don't know that the boots aren't on the pedestal.
That's true. I'm really hoping for boots on ped and that it's behind one of the bonk rocks.
Yeah, with both pendant dungeons at these... Oh, no,
Oh,
darn it, it's Ice Palace. So we're probably going to find boots in here, and the 2 pendant dungeons are boots locked, or heck, maybe one of the pendant dungeons is at Ganon's Tower, which is just plain silly, unless you've got a, like an all dungeons, but who would play all dungeons entrance rando? I mean, that just sounds very silly.
yeah. Hey, our final key to Ganon's Tower.
Where? Oh, I was like, where is Pika even going? But I just realized he's going to that big chest. Yep. This looks like it is going to not be that close a race. With pointing after how close these first couple of races were. Yeah, we still did not see that flute that there were 3 in a row of in the hash.
3 strikes and you're out. Now, I like what tstew is doing here. They're not necessarily go-moding this because you also, just for sanity's sake, you may want to find like another sword, or you may find silvers here. It just helps with the Ganon fight.
Yeah, we're currently looking at Master Sword Silverless, which is definitely doable for runners of these quality, but it's not exactly happy. Oh, he is just going to pass up this stuff though, but not passing up the big chest. No, this isn't retro. You cannot use rupees as well. You can't. You'd have to get the silver arrow upgrade anyway.
Oh, nope, I may be lying. tstew is just gonna go kill Cold Stare.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he got, other than Freezor chest, he pretty much got every chest that was in his way. And yeah, Pika, I think, has forgotten about Desert Left.
Yeah, they must have, or they have it in their personal tracker that they've checked it and it was nothing.
Yeah, I get the feeling that we're going to see a forfeit. And oh yeah, he's going back into Thieves Town for the big chest. This is really a feels bad moment.
Oh.
And we get a mirror bonk.
Oopsies!
And what has been waiting in that big chest of Thieves Town?
I'm hoping for flute.
Yeah. Flute doesn't unlock anything. I'm hoping for boots. Nope,
Aw, green
it's
goo.
another green goo.
Alright, Master Sword Silverless Ganon.
Yeah, let's go. And oh yeah, I think this is still a new check for Pikapals. I don't think he ever went back to the top of the tower since picking up Cape and Master Sword, and he finds out that it is not what he needs it to be. They already have 2 swords. I mean, there are plenty of places for swords to be. I mean, we haven't even found 2 of our pendant dungeons. We haven't seen the right side of GT because Cane of Samaria was the last. Well, Cane of Samaria and Ice Rod both in Swamp Palace were the last items we needed. It was just
Wait, Ganon just said it was with the Elder. Oh, I think I know where Silvers are.
Yeah, the Elder, so that means green pendant was the Silvers.
And Ganon down, we have Bacon.
Yep. Oh, and meanwhile, Pikapals with a 5th pod key is going to check Harmgazelle away. And GG to tstew. Never seen that end message before.
I wouldn't say it's a waste.
And
Hey,
we
Swagnet!
find the Swagnet. Yeah, I mean, tstew did seem to have a slightly better route all throughout, but this was pretty close until we realized that Pikapal missed Swamp Palace. I mean, we think he did miss it because with a lot of the chat was saying that Swamp was still not found pretty late in the seed, and then we saw it in a location that tstew it took a very long time to find because we never found Flute, and so we needed a connector to the Mire area. And Pika just like was there very early. Might not have even had Moon Pearl. Who might have been like bunny walking through there, but did not check Desert Lift when he was there. And with that pause screen, I think this is this going to be our forfeit? No, yeah, maybe.
Potentially. GG's, tstew.
Thanks. GG. Okay.
Yep, GG. That was quite the siege. That
Yeah, it was.
yeah, three flutes in the opening hash, and we never saw that flute there. And finding that connector to Mire was to the Mire area was gigantic.
Yeah, that pretty much put me into almost go mode after clearing Swamp there.
Yeah, and what really made this seed is, as best we can tell, because we like our viewers and everything had been saying that Swamp was one of the few dungeons we hadn't found yet until you found it. But the thing is, Pikapals found that connector to Mire much earlier. In fact, I think he might have been bunny walking through the Mire area the first time he was there. But he just he had the mirror. He did see the stuff in. Well, he saw that hookshot cave was basically just was like both sides required Mire access. But and there was a sword on the pedestal. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying there. Yeah.
Ugh.
And looked like Ganon said that silvers were with Sahasrara.
Yeah, that's what I think that is.
Yeah. So I mean, you really couldn't. I mean, it was kind of tough to avoid Master Sword Silverless unless you wanted to go hunting for the those pendant dungeons that we never even saw.
Yeah. For being bootsless and fluteless, this seed was surprisingly nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're pointing out a very late first sword for a seed that was barely over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Hello, Pikapals. GG.
GG's Pika.
Jeez.
So, you looked a little lost at the end. Was there an entrance that you thought you had, were there any entrances that you thought you hadn't checked yet? I should put it. Oh,
Judging from what people said, it sounds like I must have walked past Desert Left.
yeah, you did not check Desert Left, and it held Swamp Palace, which had immediate cane. Like the cane of Samaria was in the non-hammer locked chest, the first chest in a non-key sanity that can have a real item. And then Ice Rod was also in there. I think it was in the
Left side.
yeah. Oh,
It was in the back.
side. Yeah, it was.
It was in the back.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, back.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Yeah, Ice Rod was in the back, and at that point, it was just and you needed both of those items in order to actually find Ice Palace, because the Ice Palace was at the vanilla T-Rock entrance, and Trinex had the mitts.
Typical Trinex.
Yeah, typical Trinex.
Yeah, that just sounds like my luck of accidentally forgetting one thing, and it's the most important thing in the seed.
Yeah, and you were in the you had been in the Mire area much earlier than tstew. I mean, this probably could have even been a much faster seed. How many other locations did you have to check when you finally decided to use the desert connectors?
When I did desert, I don't think I had many entrances left. Maybe like one or two.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was pretty late check, and that was like the one that opened it up. So, yeah, Pikapals, you kind of ran into some other issues. Like you got bow much later than tstew did. Yeah, there was. I think tstew, before Pikapals came in, you were saying that it was for a bootsless, fluteless seed. It was pretty generous, and I think part of it was that there wasn't really any temptation to dig pendant dungeons because we only found one of them. Well, I mean, Skullwoods, the front of Skullwoods, you can easily get to. But yeah, we never found Back of Skull, and we never found Hera.
Yeah, they must have been pretty late.
Yeah, I'm guessing they were probably both Boots locked, and Boots was either right side GT, because that never got checked with how late Kane was. It could have been one of the chests in Ice Palace that tstew didn't open. Or, I don't know if there are any item locations that were not found, like any entrances that would have an item. But I mean, it's possible that the vanilla GT entrance was actually locking the way to at least one of our pendant dungeons, which would be really rude because in between the end of game scroll and the Ganon hint, we found that the best that you could do without completing the green pendant is Tempered Sword Silverless, because Saha had the silvers and the Ped had a sword.
Yeah, crazy seed, but still enjoyable.
Yeah, this was an interesting one. So this was a winner's bracket match, correct? So
Yep.
Well,
so that means that Pikapals will be dropping down to the losers bracket. I don't have the bracket up to see who be facing next, and tstew continues on to in the winners bracket to round 5.
It looks like Pikapals will be facing off against P-Train here in the losers bracket.
yeah, that should be interesting.
That looks like a good matchup. And then tstew, you'll face the winner of Violet Pumpkin or Schulzer. I apologize if I mispronounced that name.
Anything else before I send everybody off here for the night?
No, I'm good. What about our runners here? Anything else to say about this seed?
Not really.
Yeah, not really. Just GG's to tstew.
GG's to Pika.
So that should wrap things up for us tonight. I believe there is a race tomorrow.
Yep, there's Schultzer versus Violet Pumpkin tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. A couple of